Hi, I'm Jane King, and this is New to the Street in person back here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. The show is all about public, private, and blockchain companies, how the CEOs, the founders, and the innovators bringing you lots of opportunities to consider. Here we go. The Sustainable Green Team is a company that is leading the way in revolutionizing sustainability through the utilization of state-of-the-art technology. The primary objective is to convert waste into valuable nutrients, thereby creating a positive impact on the planet. And by offering these innovative solutions, the Sustainable Green Team is actively assisting companies in achieving their climate sustainability targets. And with me is CEO and founder Tony Raynor to bring us up to date on what you've been doing. And let's just talk about what problem you're trying to solve. How big of a problem is soil depletion globally?
Well, if you really take a look at soil depletion, over 50% of the world's arable, agricultural land, it's destroyed. And that's a real issue because people talk about global warming and, and disasters that are happening. Well, when you have land that's depleted, that's putting off heat, that causes a lot of issues. Yeah.
So what are your goals with VRM to be able to achieve that?
Well, even just right here in the U.S., we have 1 billion acres of land between agricultural and livestock. And so every acre of land utilizing our technology, about 1 ton of waste can be turned into soil. And so for every 1 ton that we do, that is a carbon credit that can come from that. So every bit that we do that's restoring actually does create a credit. And so that we believe that our goal ultimately over the next few years is to be able to capture enough carbon on 1 billion acres of land worldwide.
I was going to ask about what your goal was, or if you had like kind of a measurable thing you were aiming towards. So, well, that's interesting. We're seeing the protests going on in Europe among the farmers because of some of the regulations. So you could have a solution so that everybody's somewhat happy with this.
Yeah, it's incredible. If you think about it, just in the U.S. alone, 80 million tons of food gets thrown in a landfill. So just that alone can be utilized to solve our problem right here in the U.S.
Yeah. No, it's a shame that food gets thrown away. Well, thank you. And I look forward to updates as this year goes on, Tony.
Absolutely.
And your technology starts to become more implemented.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Homeowners, it's time to earn up to 30% more income on your vacation rental property and say goodbye to endless rental headaches. Maximize your profitability and time when you partner with the Compass Collection. Our sophisticated approach to bookings, marketing, and revenue management is focused on delivering the ultimate level of service and success. Let us change the way you rent and unlock the full earnings potential of your property. Contact us today for your free home revenue projection at thecompasscollection.com.
Blue Castle Venture is a leading strategy developer in the world's financial markets with various learning options tailored to your needs, all with the goal of financial freedom. So with me, CEO David Rojas, to talk about what is going on, the latest with Blue Castle. So Happy New Year. Bring me up to date.
Happy New Year, and thank you for having me once more.
Yeah. What's the latest?
So basically, we are with big projects for this new year. We're going to upgrade all our technological framework regarding our customers' accounts for learning, for different options that we have. And we keep going with all the projects that we have been working on last year. There are going to be some exciting news maybe later on that we have some possibilities to do some things in the United States. So all the people who have been waiting for Blue Castle to come in the States soon, hopefully soon. Okay. So we're very happy with that. And we continue with courses, training courses, and educating people on the financial markets the best way we can. And so far so good. All our customers very happy. We keep growing, and we have lots of expectations for this year since, I don't know, I think it could be a good year for stocks in general and the market in general. It depends on how geopolitical things work around, right?
Yeah, no, it feels like there's a lot of potential hotspots, but I wanted to ask you about that, the verticals. Like, explain what those are and what you're working on.
Yes, we want to like sort of dive into more like industries that we see that in the future have more value for people. So, for example, we want to dive into the care for elders, but at the same time, we want to invest in anti-aging technologies, combining with AI. So we want to try to get this part done. Also, the digital certificates, which we could provide our customers somehow with some, I don't know, profit from what the company does. We still do the things with art. Also, the digital, in the future, hopefully, like in the financial part, like the digital mortgages, we still have the same projects. It's just that as the world changes to some direction, we always try to accommodate our work and our goals to what is trendier, right? Because the trend is what brings investors, is what brings money into the company. And not many companies have like the plasticity or the flexibility to adapt to the markets. For example, if you are an airline, you're stuck being an airline. If you are, I don't know, a car company, well, you can maybe dive into some other things. But Blue Castle keeps those verticals open so we can see which one of them grow faster, but we haven't forgotten of any of them. We still want to do financial products for our customers, vertical farming, that's still pretty much in our future. The health part, which is the elderly care and anti-aging technologies, and way down, which is the most expensive one, energy. So we keep our goals straight. We keep our focus on what's moving faster and what brings revenue, because when we get revenue profit, we always reinvest in the company. In a way, we can go to the next step. And that's what has kept us, stable all these years, despite all the turmoil in the markets.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much for the update. And
no, thank you for inviting me, and hope to see you soon in New York sometime.
Yes, I think we will see you soon here in New York. So thanks so much, David, for joining us.
Thank you. Bye.
Lameness issues, joint pain, and osteoarthritis can be difficult to treat and debilitating for an animal's health and well-being. Take control of lameness issues and joint pain. Introducing Spring with OsteoCushion technology. With just one injection, Spring with OsteoCushion technology targets the root cause of lameness issues, joint pain, and osteoarthritis, helping animals do what they do best.
Newsy is a leading co-packing company for single-serve coffee formats that partners with companies to help them expand the single-serve and private label coffee category. Now, the company provides end-to-end innovative and sustainable solutions with the flexibility and capacity for both small roasters as well as large global brands. And with me is CEO and founder Masateru Higashida. Great to have you back here at the NASDAQ.
Thank you.
I think last time we talked was on your IPO day, so it's good to have you back. Just bring us up to date on the Drip Kit coffee business. How is that going?
Of course. So Drip Kit was founded to provide a high-quality coffee experience on the go. It is a single-serve pour-over format, which is a very popular coffee brewing method in Japan. And it gained significant traction in the US as well. We are very excited about our partnership with Big Face, which is Jimmy Butler's coffee brand. So Jimmy is a coffee fanatic, And there is a great story where he started selling coffee during COVID. When the NBA players were locked in the bubble, he was selling coffee for $20 to other players. From there, he started learning more about the coffee and the roasting, and that led to our partnership. We are launch Big Face Drip Kit in this partnership with them. And we also have partnerships with Laka Long Coffee Roasters, Stumptown Coffee Roasters, Barb Coffee, Merit Coffee in Texas, and other specialty coffee brands.
Yeah, and there's also a partnership with Stone Brewing.
Yes, so Stone is the 7th largest craft beer company in the US. They have large brand awareness, and there is a good synergy between their brand and our capability. We have roasted their coffee for the last 3 years. And with our expanded relationship with them, they have licensed their name to us, and we are very excited about increasing access to their brand for consumers. So we are selling both single-serve brewback coffee and the 12-ounce and the 2-pound bagged coffee, and launching initially with D2C. And we, as we move later into 2024, in partnership with key retailers across the country. So we have already had significant feedback from potential retail partners. So retail takes a bit longer to stand up than D2C as the annual reset calendars, but we expected that to be happening during the second half of 2024.
Is there revenue yet from the Stone Brewing partnership?
Yeah, we don't have a specific number yet. It's early, but the potential is significant. We are very excited and believe it goes quickly and substantially.
Now, also, expanded relationship with Chamberlain, what is that?
Yes, we are expanding our relationship, especially with larger customers. And we have built infrastructure needed to serve the relationship. So we have added category to our offering and expanding from the single-serve market to bagged coffee market. And we are also exploring additional category expansion, including matcha. So matcha is originally from Japan. The finest matcha is farmed in Japan, I have to say that for us. And so we are looking for this category expansion to increase revenue for NuZee.
And then I know you're looking at reducing expenses based on your annual report filing. Can you talk a little bit about that and the business side of NuZee?
Yes, we are very, very focused on expense discipline. Particularly, we are looking at consulting fees. We will begin reducing them, and we are improving our ad spend efficiency by reducing low-performing advertising and marketing, and we expect significantly reduced legal costs in 2024 as we resolve some of the litigation we had. So we are looking for 2024 to be an inflection point year for NuZee, where our new product initiative and our partners drive revenues while we continue to show expense discipline.
Yeah, okay, well, Masa, thank you so much for coming back. I look forward to another update later this year.
Of course.
Get your business strategy implemented, so thank you.
Thank you, you're welcome.
Clean Vision identifies and supports innovative companies in clean energy and sustainability, aiming to meet global market needs while improving customer quality of life and reducing greenhouse gas emissions. At Clean Vision, we provide consultancy services, helping organizations enter new markets faster and become more profitable. Clean Vision, the future of clean energy.
Dynex has a decentralized supercomputer platform that is transforming and disrupting both the supercomputing and the software industries. And with me is Clifford Mapp, an independent expert and blockchain pioneer, to talk about this. So I guess let's just start, Clifford. What is Dynex all about?
The best way to put it is that the aspect of supercomputing is usually very restricted to a handful of companies, handful of individuals. Dynex aims to make it a single philosophy of what we run is supercomputing for everyone. You know, we're so used to traditional computing. Oh, we've got a PC. It's a box here that we can see it, we can understand it, right? But when you turn around and explain Dynex grows as there's more people on the network, that it's very hard to you know, relate to that, because right now it might, you know, you might have it this big, but in a week's time it might be this big, you know, and suddenly you're in that realm of people can't get the scale. And that's you know, something that I've spent a lot of time explaining to people, is that Dynex is very unique compared to your normal traditional. So yeah.
Very interesting. And you mentioned you're about 18 months old.
Yeah.
How has the company evolved in that time since the launch?
Sure. So right at the very beginning, Dynex was, you know, a team of maybe 10 people. They're now a team of over 30. So they've grown in a very short period of time. It's all self-funded. It was all fair launched, because obviously we wanted to make sure that there was no leveraging some sort of, you know, hidden agenda from one side of, you know, from a client or something like that. But realistically, the public launch was where they really knew that they could deliver the supercomputing for everyone. Until they were really 100% sure that it was even possible, they weren't prepared to publicly launch it. So being that they've only been up 18 months open to the world, and the marketplace, for example, for onboarding clients has only been open since the 13th of December last year, that, you know, now is the time where we'll start to see that exponential growth, not just from users and clients using it, but also exponential growth for Dynex itself. We're going to see the ecosystem become more mature. We're going to see, you know, the network grow and become bigger, and therefore take on even bigger projects. So, I mean, I'm really looking forward to the next 6 to 12 months, to say the least.
You know, that sounds like there's going to be a lot. Sounds like it's moving very fast, and it's a lot of exciting things that are happening. Okay, so Clifford, finally, give us an outlook. You talked a little bit about speed and growth. I mean, what's kind of right in front of you? What is the next few things you'd like to accomplish?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably the one thing that really excites me is when people go, well, so what's coming next, right? And I may be a little bit more lucky than most, because I get to hear about the things that are coming next. But like, there are so many extra bits that we want to push the boundaries of. There's potential for even going for some world record attempts at supercomputing, and that's going to be another one that really sort of wakes up the standard industry in supercomputing and makes them take a look at what Dynex is doing. Because the moment you break a world record, suddenly people know who you are, right? So, and then you get, well, if they can do it, why can't we? And, you know, we go around in circles of how do they do it? How do we, you know, match that speed and efficiency? And the benefit with Dynex, you know, and their team of developers, it's not just like one person developing this. This is a full team now, you know, and they're some of the most, you know, savvy people that I've met in a long time. They are laser focused on one goal and one goal only, and that's to make sure that Dynex is as good as it can be, as efficient as it can be, and as easy to use for everyone. Because if it's not easy to use for everyone, no one will use it, right? That it's a fundamental principle in Dynex, is that supercomputing for everyone, and they mean it. Like they won't release an update unless it makes sense for everyone using it.
Okay, well, that makes sense, and that's what makes great companies, is that they have this mass appeal and they're intuitive and easy.
Yes, exactly.
Clifford, thank you so much. Fascinating to hear this discussion. I can't wait to get updates.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Your data is vulnerable to hackers, with email being the cause of 91% of all cyber attacks. Introducing secure, Swiss-hosted, data-mine-free, private and secure solutions to protect your communications. Secure Mail offers secure and private email communication. Secure Messenger offers private and secure chats. Secure VPN encrypts your internet traffic and protects your digital identity. Regain your privacy today. Visit Secure at secure.com.
Hello and welcome to the Business of Blockchain. I'm Jane King. Today we continue our special series on blockchain use cases sponsored by Bitdeer, a global Bitcoin miner listed here at the NASDAQ. In this episode, Bitdeer joins us to discuss the winds of change that are moving the Bitcoin mining industry forward in welcome ways, thanks in large part to the wind, the sun, new mining technology, and the power of markets. And here to explain are Samantha Robertson of Bitdeer and Elliot David of Sustainable Bitcoin Protocol. Welcome. So great to have you here. So Elliot, your company is focused on helping Bitcoin mining industry reduce its carbon footprint. So tell me about the size of the Bitcoin mining industry and how much it's grown.
Sure. Well, first we have to think about what Bitcoin mining actually is. It's really just a data center industry, a particularly focused on securing and protecting the Bitcoin mining network. The global Bitcoin mining network consumes about 145 terawatt hours of electricity per year. That's about 0.25% of global energy. If we put that into context, compared to an industry like cement, it's 1/1000th of 1%, some extremely small number of global emissions. But because we all care about climate change, we want to decarbonize the economy. Bitcoin mining also has this unique opportunity to not only be carbon neutral, but actually one of the most climate positive industries and asset classes in the world.
Interesting. So Samantha, tell us about Bitdeer. And the company is headquartered in Singapore, right? But
That's
you have
correct.
Operations really all over the place, even here in the US. So tell us about Bitdeer.
Bitdeer is headquartered in Singapore, and what makes our company really unique is that the founder of our company is a guy named Jihan Wu, and he's someone you could think of as the Warren Buffett of Bitcoin. He's been there since the beginning and is somebody who really understands the market cycles, which is critical when you're dealing with a commodity. We have 6 data centers globally. 3 are in the US. Our largest is actually in Texas. We also have 2 in Norway and 1 that energized earlier this year, which is a joint venture with the Sovereign Wealth Fund of Bhutan.
So it's fascinating to see what's happening in Texas, known to most people as oil country, now leading the US in green energy. And Bitcoin miners are doing some interesting things with recycled heat. Explain that.
Yeah, so running computation at a large scale, like Bitcoin mining, one of the end results is a lot of heat. That's why you'll often see Bitcoin miners operating in regions that are very cool, so they don't have to actually spend money on cooling the machines themselves. There's been a lot of really interesting use cases for the heat. Some people are heating up hot tubs and running spas. Some folks are drying and curing, vegetables and meat, running greenhouses. But I'd throw it to Samantha as an actual end user of the heat.
That's correct. At our data center in Norway, we're using immersion cooling for the miners. That means the computing servers are immersed in a dielectric oil, and with that, it transfers heat into a piping system that heats up water for the municipal government that they're using to power greenhouses so that they can grow crops even in the winter in a very remote northeastern part of Norway, which is quite snowy, as you can imagine.
Now, Elliot, Bitdeer is a customer of yours, so explain how you're working together.
Yeah, and we actually see Bitdeer as a sort of partner in how our protocol functions. The way that Sustainable Bitcoin Protocol works is a Bitcoin miner that is using a clean energy source, whether it be hydro or renewables or nuclear or waste methane gas. They'll go through a third-party audit, meaning they'll have that energy use in their operations verified, because we believe in proof of work and transparency, and so do our mining partners. And then once they are verified to be using clean energy, every single time they mine a Bitcoin, they receive a Sustainable Bitcoin certificate. So now they have two assets on their balance. So they're mining Bitcoin, right? They receive Bitcoin from the Bitcoin blockchain, and then they also receive this SBC. So in the case of Bitdeer, for example, take, for example, the Bhutan project, right? They have a site in Bhutan that's using hydropower in Bhutan, which is one of the most sustainable countries in the world. A third party will verify that they are using green hydropower. And then every time they mine a Bitcoin at that facility, they will also receive an SBC. They can then sell this SBC to BlackRock or Fidelity or 21 Shares, basically a holder of Bitcoin that wants to make a transparent and auditable claim about the sustainability of their Bitcoin holdings without saying that one Bitcoin's green and one Bitcoin's not, because of course every single Bitcoin is fully fungible.
Well, thank you so much, Samantha and Elliot, for coming and explaining that. It's truly fascinating to see how Bitcoin mining has evolved over this short time. So thank you so much. And that is it for this edition of the Business of Blockchain. A special thanks to Bitdeer for sponsoring this discussion and our series of videos focused on blockchain use cases. I'm Jane King at the NASDAQ Market Site.